What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, baby. And you know what time it is. It is time to give honor, love, and respect to the one and only Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe, me first, and I know all the fellow Laker fans are going to follow in suit. I want to say thank you for 20 years of tremendous basketball. Thank you for 20 years of staying on one team. Thank you for 20 years of helping us win 5 championships. Thank you for all you have done for the team. Much love to you, brother, and I wish you well in all your endeavors. Also, I want to say happy birthday to you, which your birthday was August the 23rd. So happy birthday to you as well on that occasion. And, wishing you many more. And I wish also that you have a blissful life and that you also be good in health. So that being said, I'm going to get to a couple other things. And one thing I want to share with a lot of guys is that I know a lot of people say that, Urban hates Kobe. When I used to be in Mike from Lakers Talk comment section, I didn't hate Kobe. I don't hate none of the Lakers players. I might dislike some of the games or dislike some of their practical ways of playing or what they bring to the game. And I just give my opinion to it. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to knock a person who helped us win 5 championships. So I'm not going to knock Kobe for that. Now, also keep this in mind. A lot of people say, they all debates about who's better between him and Shaq. I never got into those debates. I mean, I could go on and on for days. I can light up the comment section and give y'all statistics and all that. But, at the end of the day, we all have our favorite. And at the end of the day, based on the fact that we all have our favorite, it's always going to be it's going to become like a stalemate. There's never going to be one side. It's always going to be two sides. I love Shaq. I love Kobe. At the end of the day, they helped us win 5 championships, and that's all that matters. Now, based on the fact that Kobe was injured for the last 2 years, we didn't get to see the Kobe that everybody came to love and support. We came to see broken down Kobe, and it was kind of bad that Kobe had to go out the way that he did. But with that being said, we did wind up getting 2 draft picks for the last 2 years. Kudos to my man Byron Scott for those that don't like Byron Scott, but Byron Scott was a genius. I know that y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all going to probably turn me up in the comment section, but he was a genius. So, first and foremost, I want to say also kudos to Kobe. He did hook up with a guy named Jeff Stibel, and they actually what they already did is they actually invested $100 million investment into a tech, media, and data. It's going to be called the Bryant Stibel firm. So he's already making moves away from basketball, which is beautiful. You already know that he has a lovely family, and he also have a child on the way. So much love to him and his family. He also have a day in honor of his name. It's called the Kobe Bryant Day, and that day is actually August the 24th. A lot of people, fans, went down to the LA City Hall to show their love and support, where Bryant was there as well. And they just wanted to thank him for what he meant to the city of Los Angeles, what he meant to the Lakers organization, and the 20 years that he gave the fan base. So that was beautiful as well. I want to hit you all with something real quick that I seen on Lakers Nation that he brought out to my attention. And I'm not here to bash him, but I just want to point this out. So he was on the Laker Nation, and he was basically telling them, I did an interview with him, and they asked him, like, what do you think about the offense that Luke Walton was going to bring to the team? And he basically stated, and I quote, he said, he's going to have them play the game the right way. He's going to have the foundation of the team. It's going to be a championship foundation. It's not going to be isolation ball. I'm going to laugh at that part, and y'all know why. There's going to be a lot of ball movement, but ball movement with purpose. So the players are going to understand why they're moving the ball in certain situations, which then make you a very dangerous team, because now you have a player on the floor who can think on the fly and think together. Now, I noticed he said that it's not going to be isolation ball, and I want to say this, and I have much respect for Kobe, but at the end of the day, Kobe ran mostly when he was on the floor. 90% of the time, when he was on the floor, he took 75% of the shots, and most of all the offense went through Kobe. Kobe ran isolation basketball. Most of them guys, for instance, D'Angelo Russell, when he came into the league, he wasn't doing isolation. He was basically trying to get everybody else involved, but because we didn't have no shooters, besides Kobe, Young, Jordan, and Williams, it made him look bad. So that's when Byron Scott, was trying to get him from not being a passer, but then to be a scorer, be a little aggressive. Then Russell went aggressive. Then Byron Scott went against that and said, no, we got to get other players involved. And I told people over and over again, do not think that Byron Scott was the only one running that team. Kobe was running that team as well. Kobe has more power than Byron Scott. If Kobe wanted to, Kobe got Byron Scott fired. But Kobe and Byron Scott were good friends. So out of respect to Kobe, Byron Scott's going to listen to Kobe because why? He's a legend, as he said so many times in many of his quotes. I'm not going to bench him, I'm not going to take his minute away because it's Kobe. Plus, on top of that, y'all got to keep in mind, Mitch Kupchak came out and said that all the players are going to take a backseat to Kobe because why? This is Kobe's team. This is the main reason why when people try to debate me or just have a conversation with me about the Lakers' youth and they talk bad about them, I kind of write them off. And not to be smart or ignorant. The reason why I do it is because at the end of the day, this was Kobe's team for the last 20 years. All right. Matter of fact, last year it was already seen by Mitch Kupchak making that statement that this was Kobe's team. So the young guys had to take a backseat to Kobe. So with that being said, that's why you see a lot of isolation plays, a lot of balls being thrown down to Kobe. He's taking 75% of the shots most of the time when he's on the floor, 90% of the time. Why? Because at the end of the day, this was Kobe's team. The ball went through Kobe. He ran mostly isolation plays. So that's why I laugh at that quote he said that it's not going to be isolation ball. Like, dude, do you remember that you was basically the main focus of isolation? Because after the season went on, that's when most of the other players started doing isolation. But I'm not knocking you because you did win 5 championships for us. And I'm happy for that. But also keep in mind, and the guy came back off a pre-injury, back-to-back injuries. So that's why at the end of the day, I'm not upset about the point that Kobe shot 30-something% from the field. I just wish that he would have took the time out, killed the pride and really helped these guys develop. It would have been kind of nice because in reality, I really didn't want to see Kobe retire. And I didn't want to see him retire like this because I'm looking at the Lakers in a couple years. The Lakers are going to be a contender. I know a lot of people might say I'm crazy, I'm deranged, strange, whatever. Martin Lawrence type of style, might run out on the bridge butt naked, in all purple. But hey, it is what it is. I love the Lakers. And I believe in my heart that after so many years, if this team stay together, that they will be a contender. Not as in contender for championship, but playoff contenders. So with the pre-injury, we got the old man Kobe. That's why I was kind of upset that he went out like this, broken down, and at the end of the day, it was a beautiful thing. I know a lot of people say, well, Kobe looked terrible, this and that. Yeah, he looked terrible, and I'm not going to knock the point that he did look terrible. But let's keep this in mind. Based on the fact that we had 2 bad years, we wound up getting something beautiful out of both of those years. We got D'Angelo Russell, and we got Brandon MoneyGram Ingram. So we should be happy for the simple fact that we wound up getting 2 draft picks. Because we could have walked away with nothing, Shucks, Kobe could have shot 40-something%. We could have won 30-something games and not got the number 2 draft pick. It is what it is. We can't be mad at that. So I'm happy for that, that we wound up getting the number 2 draft pick, back-to-back years, that we didn't lose him from the Steve Nash movement. But like I said today, I wish that Kobe would have just, came off the bench, and helped the guys out, man. And that's my thing at the end of the day is that I'm not knocking Kobe for what he did, for what he did for the Laker organization. I just wish that he would just came off the bench. Like, come off the bench for like 15, 20 minutes, help these young guys develop. He probably still playing right now, but, to each his own. I'm not knocking the brother. Thank you once again for what you've done. And this is the main reason why I try to, when I used to get in Mike Lakers Talk comment session, when I used to talk to some of the Lakers fans or mostly Laker fans, they used to get mad about Kobe taking $30 million. And I told them, this is before I even knew about the CBA collective agreement about the, money going up. But I told him, I said, think about it. Y'all knocking Kobe for taking $30 million, but the last 2 years, who wanted to come here? Think about it. Who wanted to come here? Matter of fact, I know y'all probably, back then, everybody would say, yeah, if Kobe would have not took $30 million, and just took a pay cut, be like Tim Duncan and all this other good stuff, we could have got a good player. Okay, well, Kobe's not here this year. What happened? I know a lot of guys say, well, we look terrible. So what? We had enough money to sign 2 free agents. Ain't nobody come here. And that's even after Kobe. Most players didn't want to come here based on the fact that, number one, yeah, it had a lot to do with Kobe, and it had a lot to do with the front office. Most players didn't want to come here because they looked at Kobe as a rival. You know what I mean? He's like up there with Michael Jordan. So people like Kevin Durant, before he, switched off, people like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and all them guys, they wanted to play against Kobe. You know what I mean? They wanted to take that mantle from Kobe. That's the reason why a lot of them didn't want to come here. It wasn't the point that they didn't want to play with him. They respected Kobe. But then you had players like, the mediocre stars. They didn't want to come here because they didn't want to feel pressured by a leader to tell them that they had to play hard ball. You know what I mean? Some of the guys, like I keep telling y'all, some of the guys are in the NBA just for business reasons, money-wise. They're not really here to win championships, so don't get it twisted. Now, like I said before, everybody was knocking Kobe about taking the $30 million. Did anybody say anything about Lou Aldane taking $18 million this year? Think about it. What I'm trying to say to you guys is this. Nobody wanted to come here last year. Nobody wanted to come here this year. The front office sat down with Kobe. They probably told Kobe this situation. They said, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to give you $30 million or whatever per year. All that we want you to do is go out there, perform. We don't care what you do, just perform and basically fill up seats. It's a business move, guys. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people are going to come see Kobe regardless if Kobe is broken down, regardless if Kobe only got one leg, regardless if Kobe coming quartered on the court. As long as he can get on that court and play, people want to come see him play. Why? Because they spend money to see Kobe play. Even the year when he retired. The year that he retired, look how many people came out to support him. This guy was half dead going back to the bench, and they still wanted him to come back out on the floor. He could have shot 3 for 20 or 2 for 8 field goal percentage, looking terrible. But at the end of the day, most of these people want to come out and support Kobe because Kobe name alone is a brand. You know, so that's what people fail to realize. That's why we telling people, you know, everybody talking about the $30 million. Now, Mike Conley, who been in the league for 9 years, signed the biggest NBA contract in NBA history. But yet, people were complaining about Kobe 2 years ago about taking that $30 million. This guy has not won anything in 9 years, been injured. You know, yeah, they get to the playoff. I'm not knocking Mike Conley. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, get what you get, my man. But listen, what I'm trying to tell fans at the end of the day is that when they were beating up on Kobe about the $30 million, what can you say now about some of these players this year getting those outrageous contracts? Now you understand why that $30 million make much more sense. And half of them couldn't even meet up to what Kobe did for the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Remember, they won a championship in 2010. So ain't none of these guys, majority of these guys besides LeBron James, he's in a, cloud by himself. But all the rest of these guys haven't done anything. And they got these big giant contracts, but yet y'all not Kobe for getting $30 million. Remember, we couldn't get nobody here, and we still had money left over to sign people this year. And now we got a young squad, and people sitting there beating Kobe back then about how much money he made. And I sit there and be thinking like, come on, man, y'all crazy. On a serious note, I just wish that him and Shaq would actually just put their pride to the side, man, and, just play some ball. I mean, let's be honest. If these two guys would put their pride to the side and just play man basketball, man, at the end of the day, these guys could have won way more than 3 championships. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy with the 5, but just imagine if him and Shaq would just, let bygones be bygones, put away the egos. Man, they were already a dynasty in the making until like towards the end when they started falling apart. But at the same time, these two alone probably have won about, I'd at least say 6-7 rings. And Shaq would have went out way better than what he did, and saying it with Kobe. But it is what it is. I have love for them brothers. I just want to say at the end of the day, much love to Kobe. I wish you well in all your endeavors. You have a beautiful life. Much love to your family. Much love to the baby that your wife about to give birth to. Much love in your investment, in your little business that you got away from the job. And I just want to thank you so much for 20 years of pure basketball, staying with one team and helping us win 5 championships. With that being said, it's your man Urban Lover. I'd like for you guys to get in the comment section and tell me about some of your favorite memories of Kobe. And also, like, share, and subscribe as always. With that being said, much love to you guys. Be safe out there, and y'all have a blessed day.